Hello again, guys. The journey this time is quite special, because it took me a while to even come up with it in the first place, since, well, so many challenge runs had been done before on YouTube. Getting one that's both interesting and not yet done before can be quite a challenge on itself. Luckily, however, this one hadn't been. So, good for me, I guess. Anywho, this time we will try to beat the game with just Gurranq's questline reward items, which would be these on the screen. Well, getting them is relatively simple. We just need to get ourselves 9 death roots, each one giving us one piece of the questline rewards at a time. The only pain in the ass is the fact that each of the death roots are locked behind a boss fight. Not that they're hard, they're just a bit tedious. But that's a story for you to see yourself. Now, gather round, this uncle's got a story to tell. Enjoy. To start, we'll choose to use the Confessor class, as this class got just the right stats to wield the first weapon, the Clawmark Seal. But before that, we just need to go and make ourselves the blonde bimbo that we always use on every single run, and do all the early game stuff. Now, this is gonna be the start of the run, and that's to get our first weapon, or the first death root. And for that we have to go through this, well, death root catacomb, and, well, fight the boss. And so, after we pull down the lever that we found early on, then we can pretty much go inside and fight the boss. This boss fight isn't memorable at all, and all we did is literally just beat the fuck out of him. I think you can literally kill this guy without us using a single dodge. And that pretty much gives us our first death root, which we will, well, keep, because after this we do need to get one more thing before we can actually, well, start the run, and that's to get the second death root. For that, we went to Tibia Marina to steal it away from a chest. They came out wrong. Sorry about that. Anywho, after she is done, very easily, just time-consuming, we will pretty much go and get ourselves the green turtle talisman, as we are pretty close by. So we went to get that first. And after that, we go back to the third church of Marika to enter the, well, secret passage, not so secret anymore, to Grail's Dragon Battle. And here we'll finally meet the star for today's show, Daddy Gurranq. Okay. I could have stopped saying daddy, it makes any sentence sound kind of bad. But yeah, so we feed him 2 death roots, and we finally get ourselves the Clawmark Seal and the Bestial Sling, which will be the first and only spell that we'll be using throughout the early game. It looks like this. That's it, bro, that's it. And after that, without wasting any time, we go for the first boss, Morgott. Morgott is a boss that I know very well. I've killed this boss hundreds of times, and I'm very sure of how to beat this boss pretty much every single time with pretty much anything. However, I underestimate or you could say overestimate the damage that I'll be doing with this kinda, well, lame-ass spell. Cause, am I blind? Or is that 52 damage? Anywho, if there's really anything for me to talk about this fight, it's just the fact that because the damage is kinda retarded low on our spell, we kinda have to go full blue on this one with just one red potion. And so, because this fight got dragged for way too long, I had to learn a couple more tricks. And that's the fact that this spell does double damage if you cast it right in front of your enemy. Once I figured this out, well, I was able to save a lot of time, and eventually, Morgott goes down. Let's fucking go, boys! Yeah. Woo! Okay. Anyway, after Morgott has been defeated, we can finally do some enhancements. And for that, we went to Leonia Tunnel to get some smithing stone once to upgrade the Clawmark seal to +2. Boy, this next fight's gonna look like shit. Go! The run continues, boys. Oh. Honestly, like, look, the attacks are actually quite, like, this bestial sling is actually quite nice. Like, the skill itself is very quick and all that. The only downside is the damage is fucking low, dude. Like, come on. It's so low. Well, after Gurranq has fallen, we can finally set course to Raya Lucaria Academy. But before that, we do need some upgrades, and so we went to get the Great Rune of Gurranq first. And afterwards, we went to get the Radahn Sword Seal, and then we killed the dragon to get some runes and level up. However, we're not gonna be wasting any time, and we head straight to Raya Lucaria Academy to kill the Red Wolf first. Yep. He fell on top of me! What the? Oh, he's dead too. Nice. Now that ordeal was over, we can head straight to Rennala. And well, this fight honestly didn't take too much effort. All I did was punch the, well, little bimbos over there, and I managed to finish this in pretty much 2 cycles. As for the second phase, all you need to do is to go very aggressive, and the battle should be over pretty fast. I'll let you guys have this one. fucking go, bro. Damn. Okay. With Ronaldo defeated, now this brings us to a predicament where we have a lot of things that we can do now. But first, we're gonna be going back to Apotos Plateau to get ourselves the Smithing Stone Ball Bearing number 2 to upgrade our weapon to +9, as we haven't upgraded since Gurranq, so they'll give us another 6 enhancements that we can do. And after that will be the next Death Root location, which is gonna be guarded by the Tibia Mariner. And, well, this boss, just like the one that we fought before, isn't exactly the most memorable boss in the game. And so after we dispatch this boss very quickly and get ourselves the 3rd Death Root, we can go on our way to get to the next one in Bellum Highway, which will be the Bellum Catacombs. And let's just say that this part of the catacomb is quite annoying. Here. Alright, and we take this lever on, like so. Shit. And we go here. Can take this. This catacomb is quite filled with so many little riddles and traps, and so you do need to get very careful. However, once this is over, we can finally fight the boss. And, well, this boss is very soft. As you can see, it's barely got 1,000 health, and so after about 5 bestial slings, this fight was over. This fight, honestly, is few of the easiest ones in this run. And so I'm quite glad that this one didn't take too long. It works out because the dude's super soft. And so, after that, we gave this thing back to Daddy Gurranq and get ourselves the Ash of War, Beast Roar, and also the Bestial Vitality. If you guys don't know, the Bestial Vitality gives you health regen, while the other one, unfortunately, we can't use because it's an Ash of War. Thus, we need to use weapons that can be, well, infused by that Ash of War. And that's not really part of the rules, as any kind of gears or any kinds of weapon that we'll be using for the, well, the Beast Roar is not gonna be a gift from Gurranq, as Gurranq don't give you weapons that can be enhanced or slotted with, well, the Ash of War itself. Anywho, after the 4th Death Root, Gurranq will attack you, and you do need to fight him a little bit. However, you don't need to kill him, as he will regain back to his senses after you hit him hard enough a few times. And I guess, for now, this should do. Well, continuing with the story, now we can go back to Roundtable Hold and get ourselves our 3rd Talisman Pouch, and we can finally make our way back to, well, Apotos Plateau. But this time, we're gonna be here for another Death Root, and it's gonna be one from this particular Tibia Mariner. The only unfortunate detail is, this one can summon a huge skeleton that can one-shot us, and so we do need to play very safe. However, just like the rest of her ilk, this one didn't really pose too much threat. And after about 4 tries, I managed to get this one down as well. Yeah, this one is something that I don't really like from Elden Ring, as there's a lot of really reused bosses. But no use nitpicking at this point, so with this being done, we can go back to the Bestial Sanctum and give Gurranq another Death Root. This will reward us with another incantation that we can use in the form of the Beast Claw. We needed a little bit more damage, so I decided to get a talisman that is going to be quite important, but for that we need to do Millicent's questline. But while we're here, I wanted to test out the damage of the Beast Claw, and, well, to be perfectly honest, it's quite disappointing. Just, the damage isn't exactly that high compared to the Bestial Sling, and it takes considerably more time, but oh well. So after this, we went to Gowrie to continue with Millicent's questline, and for that we need to go and kill, well, Commander O'Neill. And for that, there is only one way that I see me ever beating this boss, because I don't see any other way by using the bestial sling. It's just going to take way too long. There you go. Sorry, bro. I swear to God, I'm so sorry. Die. Now drop it. Nice. I'm sorry, but it must be done. Well, continuing onwards, we decided to go and find the Draconic Tree Sentinel first, as Radahn is still proving to be quite a tough cookie. Well, for this fight at least, we can do a lot of damage on his first opening, and, well, since his attacks are relatively slow, it's a lot more easy for us to punish the small windows with the bestial sling. However, the damage problem still faced as one of the biggest issues for the early game, and so this still took way too long. However, eventually, you know what? I think you guys deserve to watch this one. Alright, there we go. That went well. Didn't take too long, so that's good. Because I would not know what I'm gonna do if that one took longer than it should. I can't really see a time when Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, Yellow Piss Edition, would be causing a bit of a problem. However, on this fight, due to our lack of damage, we will eventually make mistakes. And, well, I'm just joking, guys. What are you guys talking about? Enjoy. There you go. Okay. Following the defeat of Godfrey, we can finally do Rhea's questline and enter our way to Volcano Manor. And not long later, we can get ourselves the Golden Veil Ash of War for more attack and defense. However, after that, we have to make our way to the Mount Gelmir's hero's grave. And this is one of the places in the game that I really despise even during my first playthrough, as the chariots and all the traps and the lava makes traversing around very difficult. However, not long later we did pass around a small crevice here and make our way all the way to the boss room. And pretty much from this whole point on, we just need to kill the red wolf. That isn't really Radahnn's. I don't know whose dog this is, but, well, not long later, this boss gets defeated. After all, this boss is quite soft, and because of this, the fight didn't take too long. Defeating this wolf will give us another death route, and this one will be something I'm looking forward to very, very much. And so, after we give it back to Daddy Gurranq, he's gonna give us this, the Stone of Gurranq. Arguably one of the best incantations that we have access to until the rest of the game. Continuing on onwards, it's finally time to beat Radahn. This Radahn fight honestly is quite fun, unlike my first attempt. And that's all because the Stone of Gurranq actually deals a lot more damage compared to the Bestial Sling, which I did try to do early on to just try to see just how much damage I was dealing prior. And not long later, when I was just seeing the damage of Stone of Gurranq, I really like what I saw. And pretty much all I did was throw the rocks around and dodge. Well, since we can use this from pretty far away, we don't need to get too close. And this made the fight really easy. I will let you guys see how the rest of the fight goes. Oh, this... The stars are dancing in the night sky to celebrate the victory over Radahn. But afterwards, we do need to do a couple things. And that's first to actually kill Alexander. I'm sorry, Alexander, I'm sorry. There is actually something very important that we had to do, and that's the only reason to why I even defeat Radahn in the first place. Die, and that's for this. Oh, you dropped something? Ah, we got it! Oh my god, so fucking lucky. Now this right here is the most goated look ever. Alright, that's literally the whole reason to why we're even here in the first place. Now that that's done, it's pretty much time for us to not waste any more, well, time, and to go straight on to Morgott. To be perfectly honest, this fight isn't that difficult, as Morgott tends to rather eat the stones than to actually dodge them on the first phase. However, on the second phase, he will start to do a lot of nonsense and dodge the, well, stones. And that kind of makes the fight very difficult, so we do have to go back and use our Bestial Sling once in a while towards the second phase, cause he will just dodge pretty much every single Stone of Gurranq that we try to throw at him. But this is pretty much how the fight goes.
Spell
go. Well, after all that is finally over, we can, well, finally enter the snow area of the game. And here awaits us one particular item that I've been waiting for so long to find. And that's gonna be, well, another death root. But this next one, is gonna reward us with something very special. And for that, we need to kill this Tibia Mariner up here, and it honestly didn't take too long. All we did was constantly chug stones at him from up here where she can't touch us. And finally, once we're done and we get the death root, we can go back to Daddy Gurranq. And he's gonna give us something that makes us run even slightly in my favor. And that's gonna be the Beast Claw Great Hammer. This is a phenomenal weapon, I would say, for a hammer type weapon or a great hammer type weapon. However, this is also part holy. So, yeah, the game just can't seem to give me some slack. Holy damage split it is. But at least, with that over, we can respec and, well, enhance that thing to +7. And with that done, we can finally go and fight a fire giant next. Fire Giant! Done! Fire fucking Giant! Done! Yes! Okay! Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, boys. Alright. She drugged us. I know the music's good and all that, but this isn't a sad story or a Korean drama, so let's just go on with the story. So after this, I actually went back to Limgrave and get myself the Axe Talisman. I know it's kinda too late, but we will need this for the next fight, which will be Godskin Duo. As for the Godskin Duo fight, in spite of its notorious sort of theme as being the worst designed boss in the entire game, we actually don't have a lot of issues for this one, and I think I cleared this in 2 tries. To be honest, the only way that you need to do this as easily as possible is to do a jumping heavy when the fat one's doing absolutely nothing, and he'll respond with pretty much a forward swipe, which you'll always miss because you would kind of level yourself to the ground and miss that attack. And after that, he will go to his second phase, and all you need to do is stand behind a pillar and use your Ash of War or your Charge Heavy. And you can rinse and repeat this process until he dies. As for the skinny one, all you need to do is to hit your Ash of War from behind the pillars, just right around the corners, and, well, that's the skinny one done. Here's the fight. Die. Nice. Okay. Die, bitch. There we go. Well, with the Godskin Duo down, we have only a few more bosses to end the game. And for that, we're gonna start by, well, getting another death route on the Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs. And let me tell you this. This catacomb is filled with so much little doors and corridors and ups and down ladders and elevators and traps. Boy, this place is a fucking problem. However, after beating the boss, that is quite easy, we managed to get to the death route. And we can finally go forwards and fight our nemesis, Maliketh. I actually don't really have much to say about this fight, as there's not really one particular way that will enable me to explain this in a short amount of time that will take, well, less than the appropriate time of commentary between this fight and when it ends. However, most of the cases is you want to dodge his swipes and to not get super greedy because this boss have extremely low punish windows. And so most of the time, the only thing you can do are light attacks. However, once in a while, when he does a side swipe, you can do a charged heavy. And this is probably one of those few times when you can do a pretty good damage once in a while. However, aside from this, most of the fight alone is just you needing to get good. And that's really all to say. Cause in this fight, everything is stacked against us. We use a slow weapon and a holy damage base. And this boss has pretty much 70% holy resistance, which really doesn't help. Anywho, this is the fight. How did that miss? Oh, dear lord, I missed so many times! Fucking damn it, man! What the fuck? Okay! 3 bosses to go. But first, let's get ourselves a Crimson Amber Medallion +2, and finally march our way to Gideon. Like the previous videos I've shown you, this boss is pretty much a free win when you're using a pretty heavy weapon with a good poke. Enjoy. Like I said, this is a free win. But the next one is gonna prove to be quite a challenge. And this is gonna be, well, Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, Real Edition. This boss's first phase moveset is relatively normal, and so you can just dodge accordingly and react accordingly to what he's doing. However, on the second phase, there's really only one particular punish window that I am comfortable exploiting. And that's gonna be his double grab. And so, well, just see for yourself how this fight goes. Fucking noob. There's just one more fight between us and the end of the game. The stars had aligned, and the world shall bear witness. The progenitor of death, and the dance of a lonely beast, engulfing the night sky. Come on. Yeah, that's good. Let's go. This challenge run began with me scrambling around, trying to find ideas on what challenge run to do, as I'm not exactly the most creative person in the world. However, I am happy to say that we have finally completed the challenge run. I had a lot of fun and I had a blast with this one. And I hope to see you guys again, well, on the next following ones. If you guys have any ideas on what challenge I should do next, please do let me know in the comment section down below. And that's it from me, and for this story. And I'll see you guys again on the next one. Thank you.